can start.
Okay, so today we'll start the very basic thing about Java. So I'm not going to cover what is Java and all because you all people know about this is what programming language like other languages like JavaScript, Python, Ruby or C Sharp. So I'm just going to start from the Java like programming only. Okay, so this is the IntelliJ IDs. You can use a different IDs are available like uh, Eclipse or Visual Studio, right? So this is what. So currently you can see the Maven and other things. So we are going to start new project. Okay, so project name you can put anything. So I'm giving Java training batch. Okay, this is what the project name, and I'm just storing location you can put anywhere. Okay, so I'm just putting under D drive, and now you can see the JDK version, right? So JDK version is you can see 1.8. Okay, so always choose 1.8, and this is what, just click on the create. One second, screen share. Okay, so here is the project, right? So it will take some time to add all the dependencies, whatever Java related dependencies. So I'll go through the structures. Okay, so this is the project, this is project name, and this you can see under D drive Java training page. So if I open D drive, you will see the Java project which we have created right now. D Java. See, this is 17/10/2022, right? This is the project, right? So these all are the function folders. Okay, now all the like libraries, right? For Java we need a lot of libraries, all the functions whatever, right? So it will store to external libraries for Java. Same when we'll create a project for Maven, we'll have all the dependencies under this external libraries. Okay, so it will add, keep on adding, like once you add all the dependencies for the Selenium part we'll cover later. Just for the Java, we'll focus today for Java. So you can see the SRC, right? So this is SRC is nothing, it's a source resource code. Okay, so basically all the code you will be writing under this SRC folder. So this is a source folder basically. So you can see there is one main method already created. So this is a main class. Now we can have a our own class. I'm just deleting for the timing. How to create class, I'll show you.
भाई थोड़ा रुको मैं क्रिएट करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है? आई वाज
Okay,
ट्राइंग टू क्रिएट बट
sure.
मेरा फोल्डर ऑप्शंस आर entirely different here. So,
Ropio, after this session, right, we can just
hmm,
spend some time and I will check your, ID.
okay,
Is it okay?
that's fine then.
Okay, okay, great. So this is the SRC. So always will, so you may have a main or test folder that I can understand. That's what my Ropio might have, main and
No,
test.
no, mine is while creating the project itself, it is showing different options, so I have not created the project itself.
Okay, okay. I will check. And the
Yours
same experience you can share with all once we are done
Ah,
for today's topic.
no,
no,
We'll
his
see
version should
all.
be 2022 and your version should be old. That's the reason he's seeing different option.
no, mine is yeah, right, probably version is 2019 actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no issue. We'll check anyway, Ropio, your one.
Yeah,
You can share your screen later and we can do it. Okay.
sure, sure.
Now coming to this SRC. So under SRC, you can first create a package. Okay. Or you can directly create a class. So we'll create a package. So today's session one, this is the package name. Okay. Package is nothing, it's a folder. So in like the where you kept already this, right, the drive java training batch, under that you will have a package called session 1. This is considering as a folder. Okay. Okay, now this package will have classes. Okay, so basically right click new java class. So we'll create my first uh, code. Okay. So always the syntax means the standard of creating a class. The first, al alphabet should be in cap. Okay, for each word. Suppose my, so M should be in uppercase. Then whatever rest would be in lowercase. For second word, first would be in uppercase and the rest would be lowercase. So that's how people will understand this is a class. Okay, so this is my class. So for Java, what happened? Any program, right? When we write in Java, it should have a main method. So this is the gateway. So main method, how to do? I'm just using shortcut in IntelliJ. Just type main, it will display, and use tab. Okay, now I will explain all these things. What does it mean? So this is public. Okay, this is actually a kind of a access modifier that I will explain later. But just for a high level, I'm just explaining now. This is public, so anyone can access any from any class. You can access this class. That's why it's a public. And this is class. So class means a class name. Okay, and your class name is my first code. This is what your class name. Now your class start from this curly bracket and with this curly bracket. Okay, so your class life is till this much. Okay, from here to here. Now what is the use of this main method? So any execution, if you want to do, it will require a main method. If your program doesn't have a main method, it will not going to give you any output. That's why this main method is always required. It's an entry point for your program. Okay, now here all the key I will explain high level. Anyway, we will cover later all these things. So public, this is a modifier, access modifier. So the accessibility of this port. So public, from everywhere you can access this one. Now the static. Okay, so basically static is what? So static will not, for this you do not need to create an object. So in Java, basically what, any class, right? We It's a object oriented concept, right? For any class, if you want to get a value, right, return something or call some method, call some function, you need object. Okay, so if you don't have any object, you can't get any result for that. So object thing will come later. Okay, now I am just telling, if there is any static key you see, so it means you do not need to create object to call the function or to return something. That's why this is static. Okay, so this would be a, like, it's a fix. You can't modify anything. Okay, in this line. Now this static. Okay, now coming to void. Void is return type. So when you see the void, it will return nothing. Okay, it will return nothing. So now just be don't get into in depth, because later we'll cover each and every keywords and all. So just try to understand the syntax, okay, for any class. So public static void will not return anything, okay, that's why it's a void. And main is a function or method here. So if so your JVM, right? So when you compile and run the program, the JVM will check this main. If it doesn't have a main, it will throw an error. It will not find out. So main is important. Okay. And now you can see the string. This is the parameter. Okay. So any value you can store it. Okay. That's why it's taking string argument. Okay, and this argument only you can modify it. Either you can make any name. Okay, I'm just putting test instead of arg. Okay, that will not impact you on your code, but you can't change anything from this order. The order should be like this: public static void main string args or any name. So I'm just giving test right now, but we will change it to args. Okay,
So
now
this string
yeah,
also will be able to change, or that depends
which
on the data type, right? What
which
we are
one?
using.
Which one?
String, the string one,
No,
eh,
so
or
the
it will.
for no, this the main method. You can't change here anything. This is means this is something fixed. So your
Okay.
JVM, when you run any program, your JVM the virtual machine will check this main. If it doesn't have any main, it will
Hmm.
suppose this is string also. I will show you that also. Okay.
Okay.
So now string. Now I want to just simply print something. Hello Java. Okay. Now I write just hello Java. Now let's right click here and run it. Okay. So I will cover each and every single dot, so that my intention is once you are done with Java and Selenium, nobody can hold your hand. Okay, you can directly start your, project real time. So you should know each and everything, negative, positive, all the things we will do experiment as well. Okay, now you can see hello Java, right? This is printing. Okay, now see it's test, right? Test also it doesn't impact.
Right.
ARGS. Anything you write here, it will not impact. Second time I'm writing, it will run. This part you can customize, but from Java standard, they put argument. So it will call argument, string argument. Let me run again.
My question is,
Yeah, I will I
with
will
the
come to your
data,
question.
and I just
Yes.
with the data type, the string should change, right? Or it is
No, no.
constant every time.
Its main method should be constant every time. You can't
Okay.
change anything here.
It's
Suppose
like
I
if I'm using alphanumeric, then I can use string. But if I'm
mm,
using numeric or decimals, then I'm going to change that. No.
so Ropio, this part will never going to change. Either you use any
Okay.
data type or not. It doesn't matter.
Mhm.
It's
So we are not defining anything here.
yeah, you can't do it. This is designed by the Java itself. Okay, we
Okay. Okay.
can't make any modification over here. This is what we have to do. If suppose I want to say instead of main, if I say main one, okay, so it will
It will
it
not take.
will it will not take. Okay, you can see the
Got it.
grayed out it is showing. So this is what the standard. Okay, this is the
Got
standard.
it.
And suppose integer, if I am putting int, and
Hmm.
let's try, right? Let's try. See in double quote. Okay, let's if I instead of double quote I'm putting 0. Okay, and let's run again, because the value you are not seeing the method. Can you see this?
Mm. Right. Main has got grayed out, right? So it is not
Right.
taking it.
You are not getting option run Java as application, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is only the thing. This string, if you make any, see now you are seeing run, because
Mm.
string, this is the standard argument, like this is what
Okay,
they
got
have
it.
designed, okay, so that you will get option. If you change to any data type, it will not sure give you the option to run the code. Okay,
Okay, got it.
any doubts so far, others? No
No.
doubt. Okay. Okay. Now you can see system.out.println, right? So basically system is a class, okay, and system is a class, and out is a output, okay, and println is a method. Okay, basically what does it mean? So system, it's a class, out is a output, and print ln is a method, and whatever you are going to print under this quotation, like it will going to print. Now there is another is there, uh, system system dot out dot print. Okay, this is what another. So when I say print, right, what is the difference? Hello Java world. Okay, now if, so I am telling the difference between ln, print ln and print. So print ln means once it will execute, it will come to the next line, okay, but if print system.out.print, it will not move to the next line. Okay, let's comment this one. Now I will run again. Okay, so you can see here, it is, my cursor is ended here. Okay, you can see. So there is, it is not coming to the next line. Okay, now if I comment this one and just run this one, so what would be the changes? You will see it. Now see, you are seeing space, right? And my cursor is going down. Did you see the difference? When I run that, the first one, this line, print one, it's this, I didn't had a space, right? That means print ln means it will first execute and give, move to the second line. Okay, but when you use print, it will be on the same line. You will not get this space for another line. Is it clear so far?
Yeah, got it.
Any question, guys, please, you can ask. Okay, so if you have any doubt, let it clear now itself, otherwise in when we are going, other topics and all it will create a confusion for you. Okay, so this is what we write main method. So in interview people ask, can we have multiple main method in a single program, right? So no, we can't have. So the problem is what I will show you real time. Suppose this is my main method, right? Now you can see this is showing error because it's like the same, we are just copy and paste it, right? Now what we can do changes here. Okay, we can we can change integer. Okay, integer like this we can put it. Okay, for example, and these things, integer, it's a wrapper class. Okay, string itself a class. Okay, so you should know the what is a string. So when we'll come to data type, I will explain, but string itself a class, integer, it's a wrapper class. So we have one another thing, int, 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 right? This is called data type. Okay, and this integer is a wrapper class. Now, for example, I am just putting here, right? In in this double quote, I am going to execute. So can you guys tell, are we going to get two outcome or one outcome? Because there is syntax wise, there is no error, right? It's look okay.
Still there is error.
Will we get one output or two output?
One.
I think one only.
Which one? Any idea?
First one.
The first.
Correct. So see that's why. So if you do any modification, also change the data type here also, no matter what you do, you will get only, it will only point to the main, the first main where it's mentioned. Okay, so this is what, we can't have multiple, people can ask in interview, okay, can we have multiple main method? No, we can't. Okay, you can put, we can change the data type and all, but it will only execute this one, string argument one. It rest all will not going to be executed. Okay, now this is what we had a interview related question from this particular topic. Okay, now clear, right? Okay, now let me, okay, let me show you now the topic which we will cover is variable. So you people heard about variable, right? So variable in Java, right? It's like a container. Suppose second. Okay. So for example, right, you want something for, you want to store, right? You want to store something. This is, suppose you want to store something here. Okay. Now you need some container, right? Suppose something you want to store, you need some container. So variables in Java is a data container, that stores the data values during Java program execution. So basically, if you want to make a note, I can put make a note also that can help you later. If you want, you can take. I'm just writing. Okay. What is variable? Variable, font size is okay. Let me put 16. Okay. It is okay. A data container. Container. Okay. That stores the data values during Java program execution. Okay, so this is it is a data container that store the data variable, okay, data values during Java program execution. So suppose I want to store 10, right? So what I want to store 10. So how I am going to store this 10, right? So for that I need some container, right? Some container, this 10 value, for that also I need some container. So basically what I'm going to do, I will take one container name y, right? Y is my container, any name like I'm giving, you can put any name. So this y will, this while x will store this 10 like 10 value. Okay, Any question or confusion? Container, variable, you can ask. We'll real time we'll write a program, but just for your understanding, you should know variable is what? It's a container to hold the value. Basically, it will hold this value to program. No confusion, right? Any doubt?
So it should contain only numeric or anything.
Any data type. Any data type that we'll cover now. Okay, so just for your understanding, you need variable. Okay, it could be string, it could be floating value, or it could be anything. Okay, any data you want to store, so you need something, right? So for that we need variable. So I will, on this program itself, I can do one thing, or let's create another program, or you can continue here only. So main method always require, right? As you know. Okay. Now under main method, we'll write all these things. Okay. Now how to declare, right? The variable. Basically that will show how to declare the variable. How to declare the variable. Okay. Okay. How to declare the variable. Suppose my variable, right? I will cover. Okay, so suppose I am like 10, I want to store, right? Int data type I will come later. Okay, just understand the variable how to assign, then I will come here. So suppose I want to store integer value. Okay, integer 10 is my value, right? How I will store? So I will write like, there are two way. So one is called declaration, one is called initialization. Okay, so declaration means you will just declare the variable name, not going to initialize the value. Okay, if spelling mistake, ignore. Huh? Declare declaration of the variable. How to declare the variable? Okay, so basically if my data type is int, so I will say int I, for example, and colon. Okay, now semicolon is there. Now see, this is called declaration. We have just declared, we have not assigned the value. Okay, now for assigning or initializing, assign or initializing the value to the variable. Okay, so which one is our variable? This I is our variable. What is int? It's a data type, right? Now suppose I want to initialize or assign the value. What I can do? I will just say I equal to is an operator, and I will put 10. Okay, now my I variable, is holding the value of 10. Any question or any doubt so far? I know data type you have not covered, but we'll cover, because this is the sequence. Okay, you should know first variable, then I will come to data type. So any question you can ask for variable. So this is called the declaration, means we are just declare the name. You can put a b c d, any name you can put. Okay, you can put any name, or another is suppose a string. I am putting string s, it's also declared. Okay, I have declared. Now what I am doing, string I am going to, okay, now s equal to, I am putting some name, coding. So what I did, I have first declare, right? I have first declare and now initialize. So my s value is now this. Any question? Everyone is
Clear.
silent. You
Clear.
are understanding or confused?
Just not interrupting. I'm just listening.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm going to get the print. Okay. I'm going to get the print. So now tell me, if I am to get the print, the value of I, what I should do? System.out.println and just copy this I, because I is a variable, right? So we want I value. So what we should get the value? Can anyone tell?
Then
10, correct. Now another system.out.println. Now I need for s, right? S is also our variable one. What should be the output?
coding.
Okay,
जो लिखा है ऊपर.
coding, right? So coding. Now if I do I equal to 50, then what should be my this value? 10 or 50?
जो फर्स्ट में है वही आएगा. Oh, sorry, second में है.
Any other guesses? Guys, response. If I am not sure whether you are understanding or just attending.
It will show only 10.
Okay, Raghu.
It will show
Because
both.
you've
Raghu
already,
explain.
it will come 10, I believe.
Okay, Raghu said both. Rupio said second one.
I think last one
Someone,
it will print, Martin. The
which
I
one?
50.
50.
Mm.
Okay, 10 will not going to print.
It will print again. You're going to run, right?
It
It
will
will
print and
run one
replace.
time only. It will run one time. You will get only two output. For I, what you will get?
10.
You'll get 50.
10.
Okay, who is telling 10? Raghu.
Mm.
Okay.
Raghu
I will
expert है.
tell 10.
Okay. Now
Yes.
let's run it. Okay. So you will get 50 because this is the first when we assign the value, right, or initialize the value, but the same value we changed it, right? So that's why we got 50. Okay, and s for this s coding value we have not changed, so it will remain same, the same output. Now again I'm going to give you another question. Okay, okay, now again I change the value I to 30. Now tell me what I will get the answer.
50.
50.
Don't mix up. Okay, don't change your answer, huh?
50.
Think and 50. Who is that?
Raghu.
Vinod. Okay, Raghu is 50. Okay.
Because you're
50 is also
printing
50.
after, you're adding values after printing, right? So I think.
Wait. Wait. Let them understand. Next,
50.
others.
Ropio is also 50, हाँ.
We know
चीज
also
मत कर देना
50.
बाद में.
Tell me why 50.
Because you're assigning the data variable before println itself. So after println, it will not take up the value.
Correct.
Right. There.
Correct. Correct. So anything we are adding or changing the assignment before the print and statement, then only it will consider. This I30 will not going to consider at all, because we are it is like we are after getting the result only we are assigning. So this is how variable works. Now we as you know, Java is a key sensitive language, right? So we can't have uh, duplicate variable name also. Okay, suppose how to tell, for example, int I equal to 100, it will give you error. Can you tell me why? Can you tell me why? Because we have changed
See,
lot
your same
many
same
times.
variables are giving two values. Okay, variables are same, so that's the reason it's giving error. I is same, right? You already given, right? Means you already declared in top.
Hmm.
Again, your
Hmm.
integer one more you added. Again, you are declaring same variable.
Okay, so let me explain in better way. So see, if I remove this I, right, it will not give me any error, because it will you know point it to this integer, right? So it will point to this integer, so you can do it. But the moment I put integer again, so int this int will consider a new variable. Okay, that is why the error will come. So then it is not pointing to this, it's saying it's already you have initialized int I. So you can't have a new integer with the same variable name. So you can either make changes like this one, I dot one or something like, but can't have a duplicate. So remember, the variable name can't be duplicate. Okay. Any question? This is clear, right? These are small things, like I want you people to understand from each and every dot, how it impact to the program.
But these are most important part of the. So if you
Yeah, yeah.
defining a
This,
variable and
yeah,
those are
right,
important.
right. So that's why I didn't move to the data type. This variable, it's very tricky thing. You should understand each and every concept. Okay, now we are done with the variable. So variable we know, right? What is variable and all. Now coming to the next topic, it is called data type. Okay,
Markan bhai, I'm dropping now. Okay, you can
okay,
continue.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, now the today's topic is a data type. So basically, data type, right? So we have a two set of data type, like primitive one and non-primitive data type. So one is primitive data type, okay, and another is non-primitive data type. Okay, so data type has a two parameter, like primitive and non-primitive. Okay, now primitive data types, there are 8 primitive data types. Okay, here we have 8 primitive data types, which includes, like, I'm just writing here, integer, okay, integer, comma, float, or decimal, okay, boolean, okay, and character. I will explain later. And for non-primitive, okay, we have like it includes classes, string, which we saw, right? String, arrays, and interfaces. Okay, so these are called non-primitive data type, because like this is, you can say, user defined. So user can like user can make the classes name and all, right? String, array, interface name, and this is fixed primitive data type, non-primitive primitive data type. Okay, now in primitive data type also, the data types, these are the types. Okay, the primitive types, these are non-primitive types. So integer, float, or decimal, Boolean, character. Now when it comes to the data type under primitive, so we have byte. Okay, these are integer. Okay, let me integer, it comes under integer. So what are those? Byte. Okay, short, we'll see all the example. Int, long. Okay, these are comes under integer, means it's integer value. Okay, byte, short, int, long. Now another is decimal, na? Decimal or float type, like 10.3, right? This kind of. For these we have special two data type called float and double. Okay, so this is again decimal, a float, okay, spelling FL. Okay, float type. So integer, float or decimal, Boolean and character. Okay, so for Boolean, okay, what we have? We have, this is called logical. Okay, logical. So logical means either true or false. For that we have Boolean. Whenever you use Boolean, it will only give you the return true or false. That's it. It will not give you any value. Okay, remember. So I'm just putting here so that you can. Okay, now another is there, like textual type or character. Textual type or character. For that, this is a type. Okay, data type. Now for that we have char, char, char means character, only one single character. Any confusion? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, Mohan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So data type. So we'll focus now for primitive data type. Okay, non-primitive, it's we'll cover later once we complete the primitive data type. So basically we have primitive, right? Data type has two sets of data. One has a primitive data type and one is non-primitive data type. So for this we have like integer, right? Integer, a complete data type, like integer. Under integer actually it's a wrapper class. Okay, and integer value, for example, integer value we have a different range, right? Byte will hold one bytes. Okay, short will hold 2 bytes. Int will store 4 bytes. Long will store 8 bytes. So based on your number, right? Suppose some number. If I have number like this, its range is bigger, right? So based on your requirement, you can choose your data type, integer data type, either byte, either short, either int, either long. Okay, this is what. Now for decimal or float value, right? Dot point some value will be there. For that we have float, float or double, and these two we can use. And practically we'll see each and every data type. Just for your understanding, you should know. Now another is called like this is Boolean and character. Okay, so Boolean and character means it will give you logical like true or false. So whenever you use Boolean, data type is a Boolean, right? Suppose 1 greater than 0, right? Suppose you are putting like this. So then you will get either true or false. That kind of, if you have a program, then you will use a Boolean. Now this is textual type or character type. That means basically any single character, right? Suppose any data like you need male, female, right? Gender. So yeah, for gender, variable name you can put gender, right? And the value you can say M, F, right? Male, female for single character. So that we can use char, char, char. Okay, so this logical is basically for Boolean, right? Logical true or false value will return. This is for logical. Now non-primitive, this class, string, arrays, interfaces, that will cover. We cannot cover these things. It will create confusion now. But you should know this should, it's where you should understand first. Okay, the primitive data type. So what we can do, we can just write a program. Okay, write a program now. Now data types.
I did you leave string as a data type?
Leaves thing means
String data type.
string. Yeah. So let me show you. See, string also it's a data type, but it's also called as a class. Okay, string consider as a class. Okay, because string itself a class, and like string it's a non-primitive data type, but we can use this string here also. Okay, but it comes actually for non-primitive data type. String will not comes in primitive. Okay, string will be part of non-primitive data type always. This is a like interview question also.
Mm-hmm.
So string we can use, but it's a non-primitive data type because it's a class. See, any initially only I told any starting letter, start with upper class, right? In Java, it's or any programming, they have some standard. Okay, so any starting you can see this is class. String itself a class. Also we can use string as a data type.
Okay.
Okay, now anyway we need a main method, right, for any execution. Now we'll see primitive data type. Primitive data types. Okay, primitive data types. What are the types? We'll see here. Okay, first let's start with int. Int, right? Int I equal to 10. Okay, so int, it's a data type. I is a variable, right? That's why I covered first variable. So you will have no confusion. And this is operator, that also will cover. This is a assignment. and this is the value. So basically data type, variable, assignment operator, value, and semicolon. So this is ending the statement, right? If you don't end the statement, it will throw an error. So you have to, because in Java, every program will run line by line. Execution will be happen line by line. Okay. So every statement you have to close it. Okay. This is one data type in integer in data type, right? Now come to byte, right? byte byte. So I cannot again use this. It will show you error because it's a duplicate. So I can use byte, okay, 100 for example. Now another is short. Now you can say short s equal to 1000. Okay. Now one more is long. L equal to 10,000. Okay. Okay, I will put in sequence. So I will tell you one more thing here. Byte short. So there would be some ranges. Okay. 1000, 10,000. Okay. Okay. So if I say 10,000, it will give you error. Can you tell me why? Any idea?
Because the byte
Right.
it
So
is more
it
than
has a range. You can see when I hover over, it is showing, it is giving that you have put byte, but the value whatever you have entered, it is considering as an integer. So that's why this range will give you error. So till byte, this is you can put it. Okay, 3 digit. Now comes to short, right? Short you can put 10,000, but when you exceed 1 lakh, again it will consider that you have crossed the range for short. So till 10,000 you can put it. Okay. Now integer, right? For example, for integer I am putting this much. Now again integer is saying integer number too large. Now I am just, you can put up to this. Okay, I don't know how much it would be, but I'm just showing you the difference. Okay, so now long again has a little bit range, this much you can put it. So if I say number wise 1 2 3 4 5, suppose 4 5 6 7 8 9 0, I can still use like this much of number, right? So this is how the range works. Okay. Okay. Now these are the integer data type. Okay. These are what? Integer type. Okay. There are 4 integer types. Now if I want to print system.out.println, so now you can print one by one or you can print together also. Let's print one by one. So the first one is B for byte, second one is S, third one is I, and the fourth one is suppose L, right? So we should get for this 100, for this one, for this, and for this one. Let's execute. Now you can see this is coming, right? Now the question, right? If I put something the value in double quote 100, it will show error. Can you tell me why? I'm giving the hint also.
Text. String of
It's a string, okay. Whenever we're using string at the time and we're going to use the double quote. For integer we can't use, means numbers we can't use.
Correct, correct.
for
So
character, it's single quote, right? Yeah.
even suppose I'm putting this will also not take, right? Because this is an integer, right? Integer means it's a number, right? It's a number. It's not a numeric. For numeric, we have to use a string, right? So this is, we need actual integer value. Okay, it could be anything. So this is what you have to do. Okay, now you want to print all of this, right? The assignment we can immediately change also, right? That also I have shown you. If you want to make changes for b value, just say b equal to 1. That's it. Now you will get the output for b is 1. Same s, right? Change the value 2. Now you should get s value equal to 2. Now I, right, value you change to 3. So this is you are reassigning, right? Reassigning the value. L equal to put 4. Now you will not get this thing, right? It will come 1, 2, 3, 4. So today we have covered a lot of topics in day 1 itself. How to write our first program, right? What is variable, right? How to declare, how to initialize, right? And how to initialize, declare and initialize together. That also we see here, declaration and initialization in one line, right? And this is called declaration, right? We have covered this one, and we covered data type primitive, data type integer values, integer types, right? Okay, same thing you can print. Suppose you want to print all this 4 in one statement, right? That also you can do. Just you have to say p plus s plus I plus l. Same result you will get it, but it will give you the addition, right? This is also you can able to do it when you do any calculator collection, calculations and all. This time you can use this way. So 4, 3, 7, 3, 10. So you are getting value. Okay. So let's. This is what we have covered. I just try to explain each and every key so that you will have a very good knowledge. Okay. So you will remember small things. You do not need to repeat all these stuffs. So you should know from the very scratch level. If your basic is strong, you can. I'm knowing 3 programming languages. Okay, if you learn one language best way, you can learn others very easily. It will not take enough time. So for today's we have covered. You can do the practice whatever I have covered. Okay, and you can come up with your questions.